What's up, guys, and welcome back to your favorite podcast named The Easy. My name is Thelma Fries, and I'm here to make things understandable and keep yourself upgraded. Today, I'd like to talk about immigration in the UK, and we're going to focus it on the 60s. So, guys, if I was here alone, I couldn't tell a lot about it. So I called my beautiful friend, Emma Emmington, and she's here to bring a little structure into what we're talking about. Hey, Emma.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. So could you tell me, how was the situation right in the beginning in the UK?
The immigration laws in the UK have been not strict at all for the Commonwealth countries. It was easy for Commonwealth citizens to immigrate to the UK until 1962.
But so what were these countries?
Commonwealth countries are countries which were former colonies of the UK. They had the right to immigrate and their citizens had the British subject.
And you also said something about what happened in 1962. What was that?
So, in 1962, the Commonwealth Immigrants Act was passed, which restricted the laws for immigrants to come to the UK. Only those who had a government-issued employment voucher were able to immigrate during that time to the UK. Especially the Conservative Party wanted to realize this act to stop the influx of immigration to the UK. In 1968, the Commonwealth Act was tightened, where any citizen had to be exempt unless they had a British parent or grandparent, were born in the UK, or they were adopted.
So, as Emma already said, only the people who had this special employment voucher could immigrate to the UK, just like our next guest, Lucy Patel. Hi.
Hi!
So, she knows a lot about this as well, not because she studied it, because it was her life, I guess. Lucy, you came from Mumbai to the UK in 1963, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Because I came here through the government, I wasn't even permitted to bring anyone, which meant I had to leave my family behind in Mumbai, and that was really difficult. There were a few others who came with me who lived in a nearby town, but other than that, I was completely alone.
So, and how did the locals respond to you coming here?
Right from the beginning, I knew I wasn't accepted by some in the community and experienced discrimination daily in the town I worked in.
Could you give us an example of what happened?
Some shop owners wouldn't let the other immigrants and myself into their shops. The locals would threaten us and call the police if they thought we looked suspicious, but we could literally do anything, like wait at the bus stop, and they would think that. We also had problems with all kinds of vandalism at the lab I worked at.
So that must have been hard times for you, I guess. But has that changed over the decades, in your opinion? And if so, when could you feel the change?
Well, I would say it has definitely gotten a lot better over the past few decades. But for me, I couldn't feel a noticeable difference until the early 70s, I would say.
So could you explain further?
So in the mid-60s, laws were being passed to protect people like me, and in 1965, for example, the Race Relations Act was put into force. It outlawed racial and ethnic discrimination in public places, and over the next few years, the government made an effort to have more laws like this. And, these legislations didn't change people's minds overnight, obviously, but I do believe that it made them think twice about what they were doing, and this began to show over the next few years. And so, sooner or later, I think these laws, such as the Race Relations Act, were an important first step towards positive change, because they were the tools to challenge people's racism.
So, thank you, Lucy, for being a part of my podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's always great to hear someone's own experience about something. So, Emma, any remarks?
So what we can learn here from Lucy's story is the importance of the government addressing racial issues.
So, Emma, I thank you for your closing statement and for being here. It was quite cool.
It was my pleasure.
So, guys, what we learned from this is always be friendly, always send love, don't judge people, and continue listening to The Easy, your favorite podcast. My name is Thelma Fries, and I'm here to make things understandable.